As a self-proclaimed coaster enthusiast, I have been to a lot of parks, no question about it. I haven't been to every park, but I've been to a lot of them. Every single park I've been to has been located in the United States of America so far. That means I haven't traveled outside of the United States to go to any other parks. I was browsing tier lists for fun the other day and I stumbled across one that's basically just ranking every major US theme park. This tier list includes pretty much every single major United States theme park. The definition of major is a little loose here, it seems. This basically just includes every park that has at least 5 roller coasters or more. And it also seems to be excluding Disney and Universal parks. I'm not really sure why. Maybe it's because they're in a league of their own. For all intents and purposes, this is basically every single American theme park in a tier list. I've been to most of these, so I figured why not make a video putting all of them in a tier list. Obviously, if I haven't been to one, there's a special tier down here for parks that I haven't been to yet. As for parks I have been to, I will be putting them in either lackluster, okay, good, great, or elite category. There's 42 parks to rank, so let's just start. We're going to start with Busch Gardens Tampa Bay in Tampa, Florida. Now this park has a really good lineup with Iron Gwazi. They have one of my favorite dive coasters with SheiKra, and they have an amazing family launch coaster with Cheetah Hunt. Not only do they have a good lineup, I feel like this park appearance is pretty good too. I love the African theme they got going on. I like all the animal shows and things they have to offer. There's a lot to see at this park. It has a good lineup and it looks good. I'm going to put this in great category. I personally love Busch Gardens Tampa. Next up, we have Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Now, I have never said this publicly on my channel, but I guess now's the time. I personally don't like Busch Gardens Williamsburg as much as I do Busch Gardens Tampa. I like the atmosphere of Busch Gardens Tampa more, and I feel like Busch Gardens Williamsburg, while they have Pantheon, is still missing like that standout attraction. If Pantheon did get the theming it was supposed to get, I feel like that would have been a good standout ride, but it's just a coaster on a grass field. A lot of their rides are just kind of family coasters, and the ones that aren't, I'm not really a huge fan of them, aside from like Griffin and Alpengeist. I feel like Williamsburg is still a good park though. I'm gonna put it in good. California's Great America is located in the San Francisco area of California. They have Railblazer, which is the standard, RMC Raptor prototype. They have Gold Striker, which is one of my favorite GCIs. They have Flight Deck, which is great, albeit short. It is very intense. The atmosphere at California's Great America is pretty good. I wouldn't say anything looks terrible. The park is well landscaped, but it kind of looks a bit minimal. As far as the ride lineup goes and everything considered with the staff, I'm probably going to put California's Great America in good as well, right under Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Next up, we have Carowinds, which is located in Charlotte, North Carolina, and some of it's also in South Carolina. Carowinds is going to get a bump from me because I have a personal bias with this park. I just love this park a lot. I have so much fun here every time I visit. Carowinds has one of my favorite coasters in the world that I've ever been on, Fury. If you call it overrated, that's fine. I personally think it's a great ride. The atmosphere at Carowinds is a little different from other Cedar Fair parks. It's hard to explain. Some areas are like a state fair, others are more well thought out and themed. Overall, the park is a fun time every time. I'm gonna put Carowinds in great. I feel comfortable putting it in great above Busch Gardens Tampa. Next up, we have Cedar Point. I don't really need to explain anything about this park. It just goes into elite. They have so many rides to choose from. It's located on a nice peninsula with a beach. There's just so much to do at Cedar Point. They have some of the best coasters in the world. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that park. I don't think anything else really needs to be said about Cedar Point. You have Dollywood. Dollywood has some of the best theming in terms of like non-Disney and Universal parks in America. The whole like southern town vibe, cinnamon rolls, I'm just saying stuff. Their coaster collection's pretty good. They have Lightning Rod, which I thought was a little overrated, I'm not gonna lie. And I rode Lightning Rod when it had the launch, and even then I thought it was still overrated. I think Thunderhead's the best ride in the park. You can sue me if you want. They have a nice supporting cast with like Wild Eagle. I don't know what it is, but I didn't have as much fun at Dollywood as I did at some of the other parks. It's still a really good park, but I'm probably gonna end up putting it lower than pretty much everyone else would put it. I'm gonna put Dollywood above Busch Gardens Williamsburg in the good category. It's almost great. Dollywood has a really good new kids expansion area with Big Bear Mountain, but I feel like if they get like another thrill coaster, because their last thrill coaster was like in 2016 with Lightning Rod, it's been 10 years, get like a new thrill coaster and I'll probably put it up into great. You got Dorney Park in Allentown, Pennsylvania. I feel like this park is underrated. I don't think too many people talk about this park, and that's a shame because I personally really like this park. I have fun every time I go. They have a good collection, honestly. They don't have any coasters I would call bad. They have Steel Force, a really good Morgan Hyper. They have Hydra, which is a unique B&M floorless unlike the other ones. You have Talon, which is, it's a mid-tier B&M invert. Dorney Park, I'm going to put it on the lower end of good. At the end of the day, it's still a lower end Cedar Fair park. Well, I got Six Flags now. It's a lower end park in the likes of, you know, Valley Fair and Worlds of Fun. Next up, we have Elitch Gardens in Denver, Colorado. I just couldn't get behind this place. I visited only because I was in Colorado for the Stanley Hotel, and I knew if I didn't go to Elitch Gardens right then and there, I would never go to the park at all. Let me just summarize my experience for you. Half the rides were closed. The operations are slow. A lot of the rides need paint bad. The paint on a lot of the rides are fading, and some of the rides even have visible rust covering the ride, and that's just not a good look. It's not great. I'm not like, the landscaping is fine, but the rides themselves, they just don't look good. They need some love, and the rides they do have aren't great either. You know, you have a Vekoma SLC and a Boomerang. They have Sidewinder, which wasn't open when I went. Maybe that would have affected how I viewed Elitch Gardens, but I don't think it would have been much. Lackluster. Frontier City in Oklahoma City. This is a very small park with not too many notable rides. Obviously, their best ride is Diamondback, which I did get to ride after waiting 45 minutes to actually scratch that. I waited all day for this thing to open. I was just re-riding Silver Bullet and just walking laps around the park, hoping that Diamondback would open because that's what I came there for. Thankfully, it did. Diamondback is awesome. I don't know if it's every time, but they do some kind of like show before the park opens. You know, they do like a fake shootout. They put on a performance before the park opens, and that's pretty awesome. As far as Frontier City goes, I'm gonna put it in the okay. I mean, the show's good, but they just need better rides. We got Six Flags Great Escape in, I guess, Queensbury, New York. This is in a very similar category as Frontier City. Great Escape just got their new coaster Bobcat, and I feel like that's gonna be their newest coaster for the next 20 years. Aside from Bobcat, they have Comet, which is probably still the star of the show. They have a Vekoma Boomerang and probably one of the worst coasters I've ever been on. Steam and Demon, that thing's just terrible. It's very similar to Frontier City, except replace all the western buildings and facades with, like, you know, northern style buildings. I don't know how to describe it. They have a really good flat ride, which is Adirondack Outlaw, but I didn't ride that because it broke down. I really want it to. This is a park I do see myself coming back to. It has its charm, and obviously I need to ride Bobcat, so I'm gonna put it above Frontier City in the okay category. Next up, we got Hershey Park in Hershey, Pennsylvania. They have a coaster collection that rivals the top dogs like Cedar Point. They have 3 really good Intamins. They have a free chocolate tour. The ride collection is top tier. The appearance of the park isn't too bad. It's like California's Great America, very minimalistic. A big complaint I have with Hershey Park is it's a lot of asphalt, just blacktop. When you're walking around that in the summer, it kind of sucks. You kind of burn, but they do have a lot of shading. I'll give them that. But honestly, with everything Hershey Park has to offer, I think I'm willing to put it in the elite category right under Cedar Point. It's a great park. Whew. Next up, we have Holiday World in Santa Claus, Indiana, and let me tell you something about Holiday World. Holiday World is in the elite category. With admission, you get free parking, free sunscreen, which no park does that, and free soft drinks. You just grab a cup and go to a soda machine and you fill it up with whatever you want. On top of the guest amenities, they have the best wooden coaster collection in the country with Raven, Voyage, and Legend. They have an awesome B&M wing coaster, Thunderbird, which is my favorite of the wing coasters. And they have a really solid Vekoma family Boomerang with good gravy. I love the theming, you know, different areas for different holidays. The ride collection is good despite not having many coasters, but the main reason why Holiday World gets put in elite category is because they care so much about the guest. This park goes absolutely above and beyond for the guests to make sure they have the best experience possible. And I can't name any other park that really does that. It rained for like 15 minutes when we went to Holiday World, and they gave us a ticket to come back for free. Like, they care so much about their guests. This is how you build loyalty, and this is how you have people keep coming back to the gates for more. It's literally the gold standard. Next up, we have Kennywood in West Mifflin, Pennsylvania in the Pittsburgh area. Kennywood's a pretty classic park. It has a nice classic feel to it, unlike any of the other other parks that were mentioned before. Kennywood has a lot of classic rides like Thunderbolt, Jackrabbit, and Racer, but they also combine classics with modern thrills like Steel Curtain and Phantom's Revenge. I love the classic feel that Kennywood gives. Not a whole lot of parks do that. I just wish it were in a better area. I'll put Kennywood in between CGA and Busch Gardens Williamsburg and good. Okay, so this is the first park in the tier list I have not been to, Luna Park in Coney Island, which is in New York, in Brooklyn. I haven't been here on purpose because I'm trying to make Coney Island Cyclone my 400th credit, so I'm obviously putting that in the haven't been category. Makes sense. Next up, we got Kentucky Kingdom in Louisville, Kentucky, right outside the airport. This is an interesting park. It has an interesting history, owned by Six Flags and then closed down. The future was in limbo and then it was saved. A lot of the rides have a small footprint, but they're masterfully done in a way so that you have small rides that provide big impact. It has a solid ride lineup, and they also just got Flying Fox. The only thing though, the park appearance, it's a little lackluster. But the layout of the park's also really weird. I did pass this park up in my road trip. It's not like it's a bad park, but I can go a couple more years without going back to it. So I think I'm gonna put it in the lower end of good. Next up, we have Lake Compounce in Bristol, Connecticut. I just recently visited this park and I had a blast. It doesn't have the world's best coasters. It doesn't even have a big coaster lineup, but Boulder Dash is incredible. The park atmosphere is great. It has a good setting too. They have a lot of classic attractions here as well. I think Lake Compounce is... I'm going to put it in between Dorney and California's Great America in the good category, because Lake Compounce, if they got like another thrill coaster, that is, or even a Vekoma family launch coaster like the one Idlewild is getting, what it does have is good. Has a lot of good flat rides. Next up is King's Dominion. I really love King's Dominion. King's Dominion is awesome. I have so much fun at King's Dominion every time I go. I think King's Dominion is the park I go to the most. They have an incredible coaster lineup with Pantherian, Dominator, Twisted Timbers, Raptera, and their new Jungle Expedition area looks fantastic. It's really well themed and put together. The atmosphere, the vibes of this park, it's fun. You're gonna go here. Every time you go here, you're gonna have a great time, guaranteed. I'm gonna put this in the great category. Honestly, I'm putting it above Busch Gardens Tampa. You can sue me on that opinion as well, but King's Dominion is fantastic. It's a great park and super underrated at this point. Next up, we have Kings Island in Cincinnati or Mason, Ohio. They have a fantastic ride lineup as well with Orion, Diamondback, Mystic Timbers, Beast. They have a lot of coasters to offer. They have some pretty good flat rides. The park is really clean. There are some areas that I wish did have some more shade, but I mean, come on. This is a top tier Cedar Fair park, legacy Cedar Fair park. Kings Island goes in the elite category, and I'm going to put it above Holiday World because of their ride lineup alone. Next up, we have Indiana Beach in Monticello, Indiana. I also just got back from this park, and I gotta say, it's a really strange park. Cornball Express is the star of the show at this park. They also have Hoosier Hurricane, which is fine. Lost Coaster of Superstition Mountain, which is a very bizarre coaster. Nothing like I've ever ridden before. The whole park is just weird. I don't really know how to describe it. You would have to go here to understand what I'm talking about. This park does get points for Jetstar, or Tiger, which is their super rare Schwarzkopf Jetstar 1, which, if I am not mistaken, is the only one left. The staff at this park is super friendly. I had a conversation with someone in one of the Indiana Beach museums. She was super enthusiastic and excited to tell me about the park's history. I'm going to put Indiana Beach in the upper end of okay. Next up, you have Knoebels in Ellisburg, Pennsylvania, which is in basically the middle of nowhere. This park has the legendary Phoenix, which gives you standing airtime. They have a good in-house built wooden coaster and Twister, and honestly, Black Diamond, which is barely a coaster, was super fun too. This gives like a state fair vibe in the middle of the forest. A lot of the pathways are made of gravel. It's an unconventional amusement park to say the least. It's also free to enter, mind you. You don't pay anything to get in the park. Just for Phoenix alone, honestly, I'm going to put it in good category. Knoebels is also a park that could save Wild One if they really wanted to. They seem to know what they're doing with their wooden coasters. Next up, we have Knott's Berry Farm in Buena Park, California, which is one of the busiest parks I've ever been to. They have Ghost Rider, they have Accelerator. Both of those rides are incredible. Silver Bullet's a pretty good invert as well. Park appearance is great, and the Ghost Town. This park has paid actors that walk around the Ghost Town area and pretend like they're living in the 1800s. It's pretty cool. They also have some food offerings that you can't find at other parks, and that's what a lot of people come here for as well. There's a diverse offering at Knott's with the rides, the scenery, the Ghost Town, which is it's a park original. Knott's is in the great category for sure. I would put it above King's Dominion. Yeah, I think Knott's can go above King's Dominion. Knott's is a great park. Next up is Lagoon in Farmington, Utah. Never been here, so that's in the haven't been category. We have Wild Adventures in Valdosta, Georgia, which I also haven't been to, and I almost did. I stayed at a hotel in Valdosta on a day that Wild Adventures was not operating. It just wasn't in the cards for me, so that's also a haven't been, unfortunately. I was super close. Next up is Michigan's Adventure in Muskegon, Michigan. I also haven't been to this park. Next up, we have Maury's Piers in Wildwood, New Jersey. I think this is the best boardwalk park attraction thing that anywhere's got going on. They have the best Vekoma SLC in the business, and that's not saying much, but honestly, what they did with Great Nor'easter, I have Great Nor'easter ranked above a lot of B&M inverts. The atmosphere of this place is great. I mean, it's super lively. There's a lot going on. This literally encapsulates the Americana, like, Midway Boardwalk Carnival. I'm just spewing out a lot of words that describe what this place is, and I had a lot of fun here, so for that reason I'm gonna put it in the upper end of good. Do I like it more than California's Great America? I think these two are interchangeable. I think that's a good place to put it. Next up is Mount Olympus in Wisconsin Dells. I haven't been to this park yet because quite honestly, I'm not the kind of person to freak out about amusement parks. I think amusement parks are generally very safe, but Mount Olympus is sketchy as hell. Next up we got we got Nickelodeon Universe at American Dream in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This park is poorly ran. There's no other way to say it. Shellraiser is going to put this park in okay, but it's just really not. They need to work on how this park is ran because it's just not good. We have Adventureland in Iowa, I think Altoona. I've never been here, so we're just going to put that in the haven't been to category. We got SeaWorld Orlando, home of a massive amount of B&Ms. They have Pipeline, Manta, Mako, Penguin Trek. I enjoy SeaWorld Orlando. I don't think any of the rides there are elite per se. I think the best ride at SeaWorld Orlando is definitely Mako. And Mako's fine. B&M hypers in general, you get tired of riding them. SeaWorld is another one going in the good category, isn't it? I think SeaWorld Orlando can go right behind Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Next up we have SeaWorld San Antonio. It's basically in the same bucket as SeaWorld Orlando. Honestly, I think SeaWorld San Antonio's ride collection is better. They have Texas Stingray and Steel Eel, which is an amazing 1-2 punch. Great White's a pretty intense B&M invert despite being a Batman clone, one of 3 in the state of Texas, and Barracuda Strike looks like a solid family invert as well. I heard it's a little rattly, but I mean, were we really expecting anything different? True honesty, man. I think SeaWorld San Antonio is better than SeaWorld Orlando. I just had more fun there, and I think the ride collection is just a little bit better in terms of roller coasters and flat rides because they also have Tidal Twister. Next up we have SeaWorld San Diego. I also enjoy this park, but it is in the lower half of the SeaWorld parks because it only has Emperor. They also have Electric Eel, which is a copy-paste premier ride, Skyrocket 2. So, I mean, their ride collection's lackluster. I'm also peeved that a lot of SeaWorld San Diego's flat rides that aren't kiddie flat rides are upcharge attractions. You're charging people like $80 to get in the park, another $40 or $30 to park, and then you're going to charge them to ride rides. Like, that just doesn't sit well with me. SeaWorld San Diego this is gonna be an okay. Next up we have Silver Dollar City, which has Time Traveler and Outlaw Run. Honestly, Silver Dollar City, I'll put it above Dollywood. I had way more fun at Silver Dollar City than Dollywood. Time Traveler is an elite ride. Outlaw Run it would be an elite ride if they kind of smooth out the ride a little bit. But you know what? Fine. We'll just say Outlaw Run's also elite. That also just depends on where you sit. If you sit on a wheel seat, you're going to have a bad time. But if you sit anywhere else, you'll be alright. They also have a totally free cave tour that you can go on. The theming is world class for an American theme park outside of Disney and Universal. I'm going to put it in great. And I'm going to put it at the top of great. Honestly, I think it's an amazing park. Next up we got Silverwood. I haven't been here because it's in the middle of nowhere. It's not even near any major airports, so sorry. Six Flags America, I mean, it's not open anymore, but I guess I'll put it on here because it's featured here. This staff at Six Flags America, like, they weren't nice, man. Some of them were just straight up mean, bro. Like, I would ask them a question and they would give me attitude. Like, they wanted me to go away. And I know I'm being an annoying tourist, but like, people come to this park to have fun, and it's inevitable that you're going to want to talk to staff for something. And when you talk to staff, it would be nice to not get an attitude. I mean, a lot of the staff at Six Flags America were just straight up not nice. As far as the rides go, they were okay. There were a lot of areas in Six Flags America that just looked like run down. It was an okay park. Despite having Superman and Batwing and Joker's Jinx, the park kind of looked run down, and some of the staff were pretty rude, I'm not gonna lie. We got Six Flags Darien Lake in Darien Center, New York. I've never been to this park, and I plan to visit this park on my way to Canada's Wonderland, so I'm gonna save that. We have Six Flags Discovery Kingdom in Vallejo, California. This park, I don't know if it's changed or improved any, but when I went to this park, half the rides were closed. You're charging people full price, but half the rides are closed, you know? I have a season pass to Six Flags parks. I've had one for a while, so I didn't pay anything to park or get in, but I still traveled up to Northern California for this park, only to find out that Flash was closed, Kong was closed, but to be honest, I probably saved myself a brain injury from that. And a couple other rides were closed, like Sierra Sidewinder, Boomerang, like the list goes on. A lot of the rides here were just closed. The operations are not good. And the ride collection, it's mid, honestly. They have Medusa, which is a pretty good floor list, but the fact that half the rides are closed, and I hear that this is a pretty regular occurrence, so it's not like this is a one-off thing. I wish there were a little bit more. I didn't have a great time when I was here, I'm not gonna lie. So for that reason, Six Flags Discovery Kingdom gets put in the okay category, and I'll put Six Flags Discovery Kingdom in the upper echelon of okay, just to make people feel better. We have Six Flags Fiesta Texas, and before Six Flags and Cedar Fair merged, I was very adamant on saying Six Flags Fiesta Texas is definitely one of the best Six Flags parks. This, as far as legacy Six Flags parks goes, Fiesta Texas has hands down the best theming of any of the parks. It was really creative what they did, putting a park in an abandoned, or like a decommissioned quarry. That was cool. The ride lineup is incredible with Iron Rattler, Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger, and now with Werewolf Gorge coming, that looks good too. Too bad the logo's AI, but we're gonna look past that. A lot of the rides here are super well themed. Poltergeist, Dr. Diabolical's, and there's some pretty good flat rides at this park as well. I think the park appearance, it's really clean. It is definitely still one of the best Six Flags parks I've been to legacy wise. It's almost elite, but not quite. I feel like when they get Werewolf Gorge, maybe it will be up for consideration. I think I'm willing to put Six Flags Fiesta Texas above Carowinds even. Next up, we have Six Flags Great Adventure. Oh man, this one hurts. This is my home park. I am happy to report that I am not giving this any sort of home park bias. I mean, I honestly, it needs tough love. It's in a transitional period right now with the fact that they destroyed half the park. Honestly, there are still some areas of this park that look terrible, just straight up terrible. But I heard that they are doing some things to fix that. Like the Western Frontier area, or whatever you call it, they are finally revitalizing and refurbishing the fort so it doesn't look like an abandoned trap house. Or hopefully in the future they redo the kiddie area, what's left, the remnants of Adventure Seaport, which is just dingy, disgusting, like pastel colors everywhere. It just looks super bad. I'm sorry, it's one of the worst looking kiddie areas I've ever seen. Some of the areas just need some improvement, that's all, and they are working on that. Shoreline Pier area looks great as well, and their new 2027 coaster looks like it'll be a smash hit. You can call me crazy if you want, but even like El Toro's an elite ride, don't get me wrong. I think El Toro and Nitro are carrying the park right now. I think the highest I can give this park as it currently stands, without Shoreline Pier not being finished in some areas that still need to be touched up, having really only a 1-2 punch, I personally feel like Six Flags Great Adventure is in the good category. A lot of people will put this in great. It's just not great yet. It will be great soon, I know it will. Next up, we have Six Flags Great America in Gurnee, Illinois. This is probably my favorite Six Flags park, like legacy Six Flags park. This park is absolutely incredible. Super fun park to go to. The operations are pretty good. They have a very deep and diverse lineup of coasters. You have Goliath, which is a really good RMC coaster. You have American Eagle, which is a pretty kick-ass wooden racing coaster from Intamin. And you have a lot of other good rides, you know, Wrath of Rakshasa that people say is rough. I haven't been on it. It wasn't open when I went. Their Dark Knight coaster actually still has all of the theming. And it made me really miss what Great Adventure used to have. And I had just overall, I had so much more fun at this park. I mean, Raging Bull, one of the best B&M hypers out there. Did I like it more than Silver Dollar City? You know what? I think I'm going to put Great America above Silver Dollar City just because of their lineup alone. Six Flags Great America and Elite, because I personally love this park a lot. Next up, we have Six Flags Magic Mountain. Now, Six Flags Magic Mountain is, or if you're going to amusement parks for coasters alone, Six Flags Magic Mountain is probably the best park to go to. However, it really needs a facelift in a lot of areas. There's so many areas of Six Flags Magic Mountain that just look bad. You know, for example, Samurai Summit, rundown, a lot of the just dilapidated rides that used to be there falling apart. There's an abandoned restaurant up there. Things are just falling apart up in Samurai Summit. You have a lot of parking lot coasters, like Scream is just ugly, and it's not even a good ride, so they should probably just get rid of that. They don't even need it. But if you don't care about any of that and you only care about coasters, then yeah, this is the top dog. But I care about more than coasters. I care about park appearance and cleanliness and how much fun I have at a park. And while Six Flags Magic Mountain has a pretty great lineup, one of the best in the country, one of the best in the world actually, nothing else at Six Flags Magic Mountain screams good, you know, like, or anything noteworthy like the park appearance. So I'm gonna put Six Flags Magic Mountain probably within the lower end of great. Next up, we have Six Flags New England in Agawam, Massachusetts, and this is a nice, quaint park. It does get pretty busy, but it does still give off that small, you know, lakeside kind of park. It's a nice, pretty park. I think everything it does have looks pretty good. They have one of the best 1-2 punches in the country, hands down, with Wicked Cyclone and Superman. They just got Quantum Accelerator, which I haven't been on, but the other rides they do have Thunderbolt, a nice classic Woody, Batman the Dark Knight, which is a pretty good B&M floorless, and Riddler Mindbender, which is a almost good Vekoma SLC. It's nice. It's got nice vibes to it. I think Six Flags New England is good in the good category, if that makes sense. I think it's better than what people give it credit for, honestly. I think that's in the middle of good tiers, pretty good for that place. And next up, we have Six Flags Over Georgia. Well, actually, should I say lastly, because I've never been to Six Flags St. Louis and I've never been to Valley Fair. Our final one is Six Flags Over Georgia, and this is another one I feel like is super underrated. They have Twisted Cyclone, which is a smaller scale RMC, Goliath, which is probably my favorite B&M hyper. If it's not, then it's very close to being my favorite. And honestly, what Six Flags Over Georgia did in the last previous off-season, nothing short of incredible. They did so much in the off-season. They repainted and rethemed a ride that they haven't even opened to the public yet. They made that entire area look super clean, super sharp. They repainted Acrophobia, which definitely needed it. I personally thought they would be getting rid of that, but they decided to keep it. They maintained Great American Scream Machine pretty well. They did so many small beautification projects around the park, pretty much all at once. And for that reason, I feel like that elevates the park almost into great category. I'm gonna put it right behind Six Flags Great Adventure, or actually, yeah, I think it competes with Six Flags Great Adventure, honestly, at this point. They have a good ride lineup, almost as good as Great Adventures, but they have so many areas that just look good. So there you have it. That is all 42 major American amusement parks with at least 5 coasters or more, with a little bit of reasoning as to why I put each park where I put them. I thought this would be fun because I've been to a lot of the parks that was featured on this tier list that I found. I will be sending a link in the description of this video or a pinned comment or something to this tier list if you want to make your own and do something with that, because I think it's fun to go ahead and, you know, take a look and really think about how much you like each of the parks you visit. It's fun. The most important question: do you agree with this tier list? I'm sure you don't. I can almost guarantee you don't. There's so many parks in this tier list that you can't agree with everything. There's got to be some disagreement. So if there are, just let me know. Sound off. Tell me what you think. And I will see you all in the next video.